Hi, second graders. Happy Monday. I hope you had a really awesome weekend. We are going to do our number corner today. We only have a couple days left together as we are going to enter a new month in April. So we're just going to finish off a couple activities in these next couple days, and then you will have a number corner checkpoint at some point. Okay? So let's jump into our calendar. We're going to do 2 days today because we did Saturday with Friday, and we're going to do Sunday with today, Monday, March 29th. So let's start with Sunday. We're going to zoom in here and take a look at our number. Okay, boys and girls, so as you can see, we kind of look like we're maybe in like a gym. There's baseballs, bats, glove, and we have in our mystery box today, we have our face, edges, and vertice numbers. So I'm going to open up our calendar grid. We've done so much awesome hard work this year. We're going to head down towards the bottom. I'm going to put in Sunday's date, which was March 28th. 2021. I'm going to type in, we had for faces, remember our flat surfaces, we have 6 for our edges or where our two faces come together. We have 12, and then our vertices or our corners, we have 8 of them. Now, if I remember, we cracked the code last week on what this mystery shape was. So I'm going to go back up. I'm going to look at my previous number corner, and I'm going to see where we were. So I'm going to go back to Sunday, March 21st. So boop, 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 right here. So if we look, we have our same clues, and we had the cube shape. Can you find the cube shape in our picture? You're right. There's a cube here. There's also little individual cubes that are holding all of our baseballs. So I'm going to move myself over. I'm going to write cube here, and I'm going to put baseball holder. And then it looks like we're probably in like a locker room. So I'm going to write locker room. Awesome. So that was Sunday. Now we're going to jump to Monday, March 29th. And let's see what our mystery shape was. Let's make a prediction or a guess really quick. If we look back, remember our week or our days have the same mystery shapes. So if we take a look back at March 22nd and Monday, March 15th, you're going to see we have the same guesses. Who remembers what these two shapes were that we looked at on this day? You're right. We looked at a pyramid. Let's see if today's shape is also a pyramid. Oh my goodness, boys and girls, you are correct. It's a pyramid for today on Monday. So I'm going to put in March 29th, 2021. I'm going to write in our mystery clues, right? Because our mystery box has our mystery clues. We have 5 faces. We have 8 edges, and we have 5 vertices. Awesome. And we just said that based on our previous predictions, we had a pyramid. And I'm going to put in for our shape a fence post, right? Because we have our fence here, and then our pyramid here is kind of the top of our fence post. Good job, boys and girls. Miss Dunning spelled pyramid wrong. Let me fix that really quick. There we go. Okay, so if you look on our calendar, we only have 2 more mystery days. We have Tuesday and then Wednesday, and then Thursday we start a whole new month. Who knows what month comes after March? April, you're right. So we'll do April next. Okay, I am going to just put this away for a minute while we hop over to our calendar collector. So not only did we do mystery shapes this past month, but we have also been working with money. We've been collecting 2 quarters a day. So we had collected we're going to do a total of 4 weeks. Our first week we collected $2.50. Our second week we collected $4.50, and our third week we collected $6.50. So we only have 3 days this week, right? It's a short week. So that means that we're not going to make as much money. But I'm going to add today, it's day 14, right? Our brand new week, but day 14, I'm gonna make it purple. 14, I'm going to add 2 coins, so $6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 50 is right there. So I'm gonna move these down here. $6.50 is currently in our bank. So I'm gonna add 2 more quarters. So if I add 1 more quarter here and 1 more quarter here, I just added 2 more quarters to make what? $1 whole dollar. So I'm gonna move $1 over to our bank here. I'm gonna move these quarters out of our bank. And that brings us to a grand total of $7. Oh my goodness, boys and girls, $7. What would you buy if you had $7? I think that I would get myself some ice cream. I love ice cream. So we have 1 more week, week 4 of collecting. So we're gonna collect for Tuesday, and then Wednesday we're gonna put our whole total together, okay? Awesome job. Now, today, boys and girls, we are going to practice drawing 3D shapes. So I'm gonna take this away. I'm gonna open up my calendar grid, and I'm gonna go down towards the bottom of our grid. So I'm gonna use this for my paper today to draw our 3D shapes. If you want, you can use a piece of paper and a pencil, or you can use your whiteboard and marker. If you need to go grab those supplies, please do so now. Awesome. Now that you have your supplies, we are going to be practicing making 3D shapes, but we're also going to do some reviewing of 2D shapes, as you may see some on your number corner checkpoint this week. So we can make 3D shapes on our 2D piece of paper. It's kind of crazy. So let's start with a cube. Let's remember, a cube has 6 faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices. This is also similar to what other shape? Yes, a rectangular prism. So we're going to practice those 2 shapes now. So what we're going to do, we're going to start with the cube. A cube is kind of like if you had a dice with you. So the first step you're going to do is you are going to draw a square. I'm going to draw a square. Now remember, we also can call a square a quadrilateral, and a rectangle can also be called a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides and 4 corners. Okay, a quadrilateral does not have to do with certain sizing, right? So remember, rectangular has parallel sides. But a quadrilateral simply just has 4 straight sides with 4 vertices or 4 corners, okay? After you make your square, you're gonna put a dot kind of in the middle, okay? And then from this dot, you are going to make a second square. Remember, for a cube, all of our sides have to be the same. So do your best to draw the same side lengths for both of your squares. Then the last step is going to be to connect our corners from our front square to our back square. So you connect 1, 2, 3, and 4 corners. And there you have a cube. Good job, boys and girls. So on your whiteboard or your pencil and paper, you need to draw yourself a cube. Then we're going to label it cube. That way you remember what shapes and you can practice. Now, a rectangular prism is going to be very similar to a cube, except what's the difference of our rectangular prism? You're right, 2 of its sides are going to be longer than the other 2 sides. So it's going to look a little different. So for step 1 of our rectangular prism, you are going to draw a rectangle. Now remember, for our rectangular prism, our rectangle is our starting point. And remember, a rectangle is also considered a quadrilateral, okay? Then you're going to do the same thing you do with your cube. You're going to put a dot right in the middle of your rectangular prism. And then from your dot, you draw a second rectangle. Again, we want to be as close to the same size as we can. So this length should be very similar, if not the exact same as this length. Okay, then I'm gonna connect my 4 corners. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there you have your rectangular. Sorry, Miss Dunning it's a little tricky sometimes with my mouse. A rectangular. Ooh. Rectangular prism. Awesome job, boys and girls. Okay, so now we're gonna kind of shift gears and we're gonna move on to a different shape. And our next shape is going to be our triangular prism. So now we're gonna be working kind of with triangles. Now our triangular prism is a very similar setup as our rectangle and cube. We're gonna start by drawing a triangle. Now, the triangle is different from our square because it only has 3 vertices. So anytime you have a shape that has exactly 3 vertices, we call that a triangle. So 3 sides and 3 vertices is a triangle. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put a dot in the middle of my triangle. This time, though, I am going to not necessarily make my triangle off of this. I'm going to make a triangle just to the side. It's going to kind of cross the path of my other triangle, but it's not going to quite be this line. Instead, this corner here is going to be close to my middle of my second triangle. So this corner of your first triangle becomes the middle of your second triangle, okay? Then from there, you're going to, again, connect our 3 points. And if you look closely, you can see our triangular prism. It also kind of looks like a tent. Great job, boys and girls. Our triangular, I'm going to put triangular prism. I'm going to put TP to make it short so we make sure we get all of our shapes. The next shape is our pyramid. If you think about the pyramids in Egypt, this one starts a little differently, so pay close attention. I'm going to draw a straight line down, and then I'm going to draw 2 lines coming off of it. It kind of looks like an arrow if you were to look at it, except these lines don't go as far down as our straight line does. Then from there, I am going to just connect my lines. If you can kind of see the prism, the pyramid. If you kind of look, it's like they're looking at one of its edges, right? One of its edges, it's kind of looking at it going that way. It was an easy one. So this was our pyramid. Great job, boys and girls. Okay, we have 2 more. I'm gonna scroll down. I'm actually gonna move me over here. And we have 3 more. So we have our cone, which starts with an oval or an ellipse. It's a long circle. So instead of a circle being perfect, we stretch it out and get what we call an ellipse. Then for our cone, we go from the middle, we go straight up, we make a dot, and then we draw 2 lines that go to the edge of our circle or our ellipse. So your straight lines that are at the top are going to come down and they're going to hit just the edges of your circle, making a cone. Then we're going to jump to our cylinder because it's very similar to our cone, where we have a circle or our ellipse or oval down here. Oh, Miss Dunning. There we go. And we're going to make the same circle above it, right? Make sure our circles don't touch, but they have some distance away from each other. And then I'm going to make a straight line going from kind of edge to edge to make our cylinder. And then lastly, we have our circle. I draw myself a big circle. And now this circle looks like a 2D shape, right? Because it's flat to our page. So to let our viewers, people that see our circle, know that it's actually a sphere, a 3D shape, we add some lines in middle of our circle. I'm going to make a line going here